Hello everyone, back tuning into the 12th Christmas update. So since the 1st of November, we've been doing Christmas updates on a very regular basis, every other night, something like that. I've done 12 of them, or 11 of them so far. This is the 12th one to be done. The 11th wasn't a very good update if you want cold and wintry conditions for Christmas, because it was a very mild update with just westerly winds really dominating the period, and there were some very mild temperatures in there as well. But previous to that, actually, most of these updates that we've been doing this year have had a lot of cold weather, and there have been some quite spectacular sort of synoptics showing up on some of these updates with northerly, easterly winds and cold wintry weather for Christmas. Certainly more wintry updates this year than we've had in previous years when we've been doing these Christmas updates. We'll see what the 12th update has to say in a moment. Will it follow on from the 11th and be a very mild update, or will it revert back to the colder situation? You'll find out in a few minutes. Before I get on with that, just to say about the ads, let's link to articles on all the pages. Have a browse with widgets and click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. You're helping us to pay the website. Thanks very much for doing that. And the Christmas shop is still open. We opened it on the 1st of November when we did the first Christmas update. I'm going to run it through to Christmas. So if you've got any Christmas shop to do at Amazon between now and Christmas, all you have to do is click the green button that says Christmas shop. It takes you to our Christmas shop page where you'll be greeted by snowflakes, so you know you're on the right page. Then from there, click through the Amazon banners, takes you to Amazon Direct. Then just use their search engine to find whatever items, presents you want to buy. And because you're going from Gazworthies to Amazon, we get a revenue fee on the things that you are purchasing. Plenty of time still to get your Christmas presents out to you from Amazon, of course. It's 1 month today, Christmas Eve. It's 24th today, so it'll be just 1 month till Christmas Eve, and plenty of time to get those presents to you. So a big thank you to everybody for doing that. When you finish with the video, if you've got a Christmas shop to do on Amazon, don't forget, do it via Gazworthies. So, website we're using for Christmas update, as always, it's mitcherseal.fr. In a couple of weeks, actually, we will leave behind this website and the CFS model, and we'll revert to the GFS, a shorter range model. And that's at West Central. So only another couple of updates a couple of weeks, I should say, not updates. Only another couple of weeks to go with these long range CFS charts, and then we'll be able to start moving towards the shorter range model. Hard to believe that could be possible, but we are counting down to it now. Of course, when we get to a month away. So we're using the CFS 9 monthly forecast at the website metroseal.fr. This was generated midday yesterday on the 23rd of November. There's always a 24-hour delay with these charts coming through from the CFS organisation through to MetroSeal. So generated midday yesterday. We always try and use the same run for all the updates, so we can't be told off cherry picking. It was generated midday yesterday. We use midday run. It runs 4 times a day: 6 in the morning, midday, and then 6 in the morning, midday, and then 6 in the evening. So we always try and use a midday run for no particular reason. Then that's the one that I picked. So we're going to start off on the 10th of December. Remember, we're looking for trends with this. We can't pinpoint it down to the exact days weather and say that is exactly what it could be like on Christmas Day. But if we've got a lot of cold updates showing up around the Christmas period, we can say we have got a trend to a colder conditions around the Christmas period, and it's the same if there's lots of mild updates. So starting on the 10th of December, and this looks pretty mild actually. We've got high pressure in across many central eastern parts of Europe. Low pressure is out to the northwest of the UK in the Atlantic, and we're bringing up these southerly winds. Now there could be a little bit of frost and fog in the south, but in the north it looks actually quite mild and quite wet. So fairly mild conditions to be starting us off. We go out towards the 12th of December, bit of a change taking place. A new area of high pressure is building to the northeast of Scotland. Still lots of settled weather. This low pressure could be bringing some cloud and showery rain in towards Ireland and southwest England. But this high pressure is probably bringing colder air down from the north and the northeast. So a lot of settled weather, but I suspect it turns colder there around the 12th. There could be frost becoming increasingly widespread with that high pressure. That high pressure stays with us up towards mid-month. This takes us to the 14th, and then on into the 15th, we begin to get low pressure breaking in off the Atlantic. That could bring an outbreak. That could bring outbreaks of rain across the country, and slightly milder temperatures moving in off the Atlantic as well. So it's sort of coldish there for a couple of days, and then it turns milder around the middle part of December. Going beyond the middle part of the month, high pressure's back in again there as we go from the 17th into the 18th. That little unsettled interlude through the middle part of the month doesn't last very long. High pressure is back, and that's probably under fairly coldish air as well. So again, frost and fog could be a problem there around the 18th and into the 19th. Now the 19th of December, quite interesting, we start to take this high pressure northwards, begin to build it towards Scandinavia. We have got a very deep cold pool of air sitting across Scandinavia and many central parts of Europe. Low pressure is in the Atlantic, but it's starting to be blocked by this build of pressure heading up towards the northeast. So this looks like it could be starting to edge into a colder type pattern as we begin to run up towards Christmas. Let's go on and see what happens. And that high pressure really starts to take over as we move from the 20th towards the 21st. Look at that, the winds are going into the east again. This is definitely a colder update, much colder than the last update again. High pressure is there across to the north of Scandinavia and going up towards Svalbard. It's a long way north, but it's enough to be turning the winds into the east. So we start to bring colder air from the east over the North Sea. That could be starting to generate snow showers on the eastern side of the country by the 21st of December. Beyond that, it stays cold. We run up towards Christmas, going up towards Christmas now, up to 23rd of December. High pressure is in over Scandinavia. The winds from the east, so it's cold. Temperatures probably severe. Frost at night, by day, barely above freezing. And I would think it certainly is cold enough to be generating snow showers on the eastern coast as well. So this is definitely an update that's gone back towards a colder solution. Let's see what happens over Christmas. And we get to Christmas Eve. Still cold, bringing in the wind more from the southeast now, but it's a bitterly cold wind and low pressure's trying to come in off the Atlantic. So you could have snow showers in the east. There's a weather front coming into west, probably turning to snow on the western side of the country there through the course of Christmas Eve. Christmas Day is looking like this. This is how Christmas Day is shaping up. It's still cold. The winds are still coming from the southeast, and nothing has really happened to break down that cold reservoir of air that's across the continent. So that would be a bitterly cold Christmas, and there could well be snow showers or at the very least snow on the ground from sort of earlier snowy situations. Boxing Day also looking cold. So all 3 days for Christmas Day, Boxing Day, cold on this update tonight with the wind still in from the east or the southeast. Probably a little bit less cold compared to just before Christmas, but even so, you would expect temperatures to be very suppressed. There'd be hard overnight frost as well, and still mostly dry actually, because nothing's breaking through from the Atlantic. Let's run up towards the new year then. So it stays cold from the 28th through to the 29th. So 27th, 28th, all looking cold. 29th begins to bring weather in from the west. So winds are turning more to the south. Got a weather front moving in. That could be a slow event as that cold air is battling with the milder air. It's trying to come in off the Atlantic. It would depend what kind of air mass we've got across France. I think the air mass across France would be fairly cold actually. So probably snow there after Christmas moving in off the Atlantic. But this time the Atlantic does break through. It's a real job to break it through. But eventually, by the time you get through to New Year, this is New Year's Eve, we are in a slightly milder air mass. Although it would still be cold, but I think probably a little bit of a thaw there starting to take place. It's still cold enough for night frost though. First day of 2017 looking like that. Still cold, still frosty. But after that, we go into the first week of the new year, and a big change takes place through that first week of January. Low pressure starts to race in off the Atlantic. We lose all the high pressure. It turns really wet and stormy there through the first week of January. So those are very deep areas of low pressure. So that's as far as we're going to go tonight. And it's another cold one, most definitely. You can say that the mild 11th update is a dim and distant memory, because we've gotten back to cold for the 12th update. And it starts before Christmas, runs over Christmas, and then sort of relents as we head up towards the new year. But yeah, put this one down definitely as a colder update again. Another one that we've had this year. We'll see what the 13th update has to say. Now, I'm not sure when I'm going to do the 13th update. It might be Saturday or so, but I've got a very busy weekend coming up with winter stuff. On Saturday, we're doing the seasonal model roundup for the winter, and then on Sunday, I've got the last winter update to do. So, loads of updates for the winter coming up over the weekend, which means I'm not sure when we'll have time to fit in the Christmas update. It might be Saturday or Sunday, so I just suggest that you keep checking back for more. And I'll do it when I have time, sometime over the weekend. But that's it for now. Another cold update, so I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to get Christmas presents from Gav Shop if you want to do that. Right, that's all for now. Thanks.